Hi everyone, I'm Linda Esposito from Be Clear with Bronchiectasis. I have bronchiectasis, also known as BE. I have a master's in public health and am a health educator and wellness coach for over 20 years and now work exclusively with people with bronchiectasis. I also am the author of a book, The Be Clear Method to Living with Bronchiectasis. I am creating this YouTube channel to educate people, but also to let people know that they are not alone. If you follow me on social media or have read my book, you might already know my personal story, so you might want to skip ahead to another video. I live in New York City and was diagnosed with bronchiectasis in 2017. I had had a cold and a lingering cough and went to my primary care doctor, and she thought that perhaps it was acid reflux and prescribed some medication, and I also took some lifestyle changes to minimize the reflux, but nothing helped. And after a year, I still had an exhausting cough, and she said to me, "You know what, Linda, I think it's time for you to go for a chest CT scan." And I was so surprised when she called me in the afternoon to say I had bronchiectasis and perhaps even an infection known as a Mycobacteria avium complex infection, or MAC. Next, I went to a pulmonologist and he gave me 3 vials to spit into so that we could send these samples to the lab to see if in fact I did have any infections. His nurse also showed me 2 devices that could help me get up a sputum sample, and also to clear my lungs. One was called an acapella, and the other one an aerobica. She asked me which one I wanted, and I knew nothing of these devices and just chose the aerobica. And I will show you how I use this device in a future video or videos. I used the aerobica daily, and then after 3 weeks, my cough really quieted down. And so I lessened my use of it, and then over time even stopped using it because the samples came back and there was nothing there. So as far as I was concerned, I was cured. And 3 months later, I went back for another CT scan, and I was so surprised and disappointed to find out that the bronchiectasis had in fact progressed and my condition had worsened. And the doctor told me at that point that he really needed to do a bronchoscopy, which was to put a little camera down into my airways just to have a look around, but also to get some better samples from what was actually down there. None of this made any sense to me. My cough had almost stopped and I didn't have any other symptoms. What I later learned is that bronchiectasis is scarring of the airways and for the most part is not reversible. It's a condition that I would have for the rest of my life. And to compound matters, the lab results did come back from the bronchoscopy, and indeed I did have a MAC infection. It was at this point I was online, looking around, trying to do some research, and I came across National Jewish Health in Denver, Colorado. It turns out that National Jewish Health is one of the top lung hospitals in the United States. So I emailed a patient advocate on their website, and her reply changed my understanding of my disease, and I would go so far as to say it changed my life. In my next video, I will talk about what I learned and how I began to see my way forward more clearly. Please subscribe to my channel and like my video. Put your questions in the question box because I am here to help. Remember not to change your current medical care without medical team's approval. Are you on social media? I am too. So please go to my website, letsbecleartoday.com, no apostrophe. And that's where you'll find the links to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and my Twitter pages. Also, while you're on my website, Check out my resource page on my book, and also my page on individual consultations. Until next time, be well.